Good morning, my friends, and thank you for coming back to school again today. It is Monday, so we are going to be working on reading and writing today. Now, in the other weeks when we were doing reading and writing, we were focusing a lot on what was going on in the stories that we were reading, right? So we were retelling using that retell rope. Now, today, we are also going to be paying attention to what's going on in the story, but we're going to be doing it in a little bit of a different way. We are going to be practicing asking and answering questions. So, at the end of the lesson, I want you to be able to say, I can answer questions about a story. All right? So, we're going to read that one more time because this is what you need to be able to do. I can answer questions about a story. Now, a lot of the times when we ask and answer questions, it's about those big things, those are big important events and things and people that are going on in the story. So when we are practicing retelling, if you're able to retell a story, you're going to be able to answer those questions because those are the important parts that we want to be able to remember. All right? So I'm going to draw something on my whiteboard. And I want you to think about, what is this thing that I'm drawing? You've seen it before. We've talked about it before when we were still in our classroom at school. It has a special name and it also has a special job. Let's take a look. What is this thing? It's a question mark, right? And we use question marks especially in our writing when we're asking a question. And remember, a question is when we want to learn something. We want to gain more information about a certain thing or a person or figure out more about what's going on. So that's our question. And we can usually tell if something's a question by how that sentence starts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start writing some words up here. And these are our big question words. When you hear these words, you know that a question is being asked and that person wants to have more information. The first one I'm going to write up here is who. Now that question word who, they want to know about the characters, right? Who wants to know about the people, the animals? They want to know something about them, right? So they can ask, who is that person over there? Who stole those cookies? Who is doing that, right? So you want to know who, what person or thing is doing that thing, or you want to know more information about that person or animal. So who? What? You can ask questions like, what's going on? What are we going to do today? What is that over there? You're asking again something to find out more information. When, especially when we're talking about stories, that's asking about the setting, right? You want to know when, what time something might be happening. When can I go to the bathroom? What time is, not what, that's another question. When are we going to have lunch? When does the sun rise in the morning, right? So you want to know the time that something is happening. Who, what, when. Where, also asking about the setting. Where is the place something is happening, right? So, where do you live? Where are we going today? Where is our field trip going to be, right? Those are all those where questions, asking about the place. Why? Why? You want to know the reason for something. Why is my room blue? Why are we not in school anymore? Why am I so thirsty all the time? So you want to know the reason for something, all right? One more. How? How are we going to get somewhere? How do you do that? How old are you? Right? So, a lot of different questions. You're all asking these things to gain more information, right? So, I'm going to put this down. And we're going to read a story. Now, this is all about asking questions, right? Asking and answering questions. Your job, remember, at the end, you should be able to say, I can answer questions about a story. So that's what we are going to be practicing. I have this story right here for us. It is called Mice on Ice. And that's the title. And it is written and illustrated by Rebecca Emberly and Ed Emberly. All right. Now, just like the other stories, I have permission to read this one. Mice on Ice Scholastic gave me permission. All right. Now remember, your job, my friends, you need to be paying attention to all those important things happening because I'm going to be asking questions as we read it. And your job is to be able to answer them. Mice on Ice. Or title page. Mice on Ice. Now, it might be a little bit hard for you to see the words, but you can still see the pictures because they're very bright. Mice walk on snow. Here's the first question. Where do you think they're going? Mice skate on ice. They're going ice skating. Mice on ice look nice. Mice are skating. I'm making a connection right now. I've been ice skating before, so this is reminding me of when I went ice skating. Someone is waiting. I have another question. Who do you think is waiting? It said someone is waiting. Are there any clues here to help you figure that out? Someone is waiting. What is this? What do you see here? Is that a picture of something? What is that? All of the mice are noticing. What do you see, my friends? What is that? Do you think that they're the someone who's waiting? That is a cat. Is that what you saw on the ice? Now, where did that cat come from? Do you remember? Did a cat just walk on over to the ice skating rink? No, remember the mice, they were drawing the cat when they were skating, right? You could see the cat in the ice right here. That is a cat with a hat. Oh, sorry. What do you think that they are going to do next? You can make a prediction. What's going to happen next? The cat with a hat skates with mice on ice. So now they're all skating together. Is that what you were predicting? Nice. And that is the end of our story. I have a few more questions. Who were our characters in our story? The mice and the cat. Another question. What were they doing in the story? What were all of those mice and the cat doing? Ice skating. How about this tricky one? When did they go ice skating? This is part of the setting. When did they go ice skating? We can use the pictures to help us. Do you see any sun in this picture? So we can guess that it was nighttime that they went skating. Where were they? Another setting question. Where did our story take place? At an ice skating rink outside, right? Now, another question. Remember, there was a cat in our story. How did the cat get there? Do you remember, how did that cat show up? The mice drew him with the skates, right? Okay. So hopefully now you had a little bit of practice asking, well, maybe not asking just yet, but answering questions about a story, right? And if you weren't able to get all of the questions this time, that's okay. You just need to make sure next time you're paying attention to the details in the story so you're able to figure out what's going on. What you can do now, you can go to the website and check out the choice board and see if there's any of those activities that you would like to do. And then you can watch our writing lesson, do the same thing, and I will see you on Zoom.